Hi all, today we will discuss about tags. So tags provides a way to create annotations for our resources in Google Cloud, and even in some cases we can conditionally allow or deny policies based on whether a resource have a specific tag. So like you want a specific user can access a specific resource only. You don't want to provide access to other resources, or like you have multiple VMs and you want to provide a access to specific VM. So while providing the permissions, you can use tag and create conditional access. Like if that resource has a specific tag, then only your user can access that resource. And tags are key value pairs, so we have to define a key and different values. So like we have a key environment and values can be like multiple staging, production, development, and whenever we attach a tag to our resource, so all the descendants of this or of that resource inherit the tag. So if you apply a tag to a project level, so all the resources inside that will inherit that tag. So you can even if you provide at the organization level, so all the folders and all that projects and all the under resources will inherit that tag. We can create tag at organization level and that project level. We cannot create tag at the folder level. And when removing a tag key or value definition, so if that tag is attached to any resource, so that removal will fail. So we have to make sure that we are not using that tag or value anywhere. Before that, we have to remove all the existing attachments that cause tag bindings, and after that we can delete it. So if we need additional layer of protection for our tag values, we can even create a tag code for our tag value. We will see how to these things. Example, so in this we have a organization called name as example.com in which we have created a tag in which the tag key is environment and value is prod, dev and test. So for a single key we can create multiple values, and we have attached dev to our all the folders. So main folder, let's see there is a folder name all team, so we have attached dev1 to our folder. So what will happen, it will inherit to all the resources below it. So suppose under this folder there are two teams, team A, team B. So in this it has inherit dev, here also a dev, in the project 2 also dev, but on the team B we want that we don't want this specific dev and dev tag, but we want test one. So we can go inside folder B and we can change this value. So what will happen once we change this value, all the resources under it like project and all the resources will inherit test tag like this test. So we have the option to change it. If you don't want to go with the specific one, you can change the value. We will see how to change this. And tags are different from labels. You can read out this main differences like tags. On the structure part, we say that tags, keys, and tag values, tag bindings, all are discrete resources, and labels are not a resource, but it is a metadata which we attach to a resource. It can be defined at the organization level or the project level, and it defined at each resource, like on the compute engine or GKE or any resource which we use. And access control, it will be managed an attachment of text require IAM permissions and attachment of labels require IAM roles, which will based on the service resource. So it will vary, and prerequisite for attachment, the tag key and tag value must be defined before a tag can be attached. So tag key must be created before it can be attached to a resource. For the label, there is no prerequisite. And inheritance, so tag bindings are inherited by children of the resource in the Google Cloud hierarchy, and labels are not inherited by any of the children. So if you put something on that specific thing, it will not inherited by the children's. And deletions, text can't be deleted unless tag bindings for that tag access. So we have to make sure that all that tag bindings are removed, and we can remove labels anytime. And IAM policy support, text can be referenced by IAM policy condition. There is no IAM policy support for this. And organization policy support also in the text, and there is no policy organization policy support in labels. So we will see how all these things works in our demo. Let's move on. So this is my organization account, cloud concept for you.in. So we can create tag on the two things, like on the organization level or on the project level. So first of all, we will create, let's create on that project organization level. So we'll click on create. So let's give a value environment. This is a tag key. So as I told, it's a key value pair. So this is the key. We can give any description if you want. And for use with network firewall, we will see next part. This is for this we are just using as a basic demo. After that, we have the option of tag values. So we can give value like First value we can give test. After that we give staging. We can give production. You can give multiple values that you want to give, and you can give a description also. And we will just click on create tag key. So you must have all the permissions for creating tag. You can check out the permission at that Google Doc official document. So like there are some permissions. If I go to IAM, we can see what permissions we needed. So it needs tag administrator and tag user. So tag admin to create a tag and tag user what is the tag to other resources. So let's go back to my tags and let's go inside to environment. So we can see we have three tests has been created, production, staging, and test. So now what will happen? It is just test. It is not applied to anything, not to any organization, not to any project level, anything. It is just created. So if we want to apply, we have to go to this manage resources tab and let's click on a new tab. So under manage resources, you can see this tag option. So you have to choose where you want to apply. So if you want that this the tag you have created to apply to all the resources, so you can go inside this cloud concept. We can click on this and click on tags, and there is no inherited tags because this is we are on the organization levels. So we have to choose from here. Select scope. So scope can only be your organization because above this is the highest root hierarchy. We will click on organization. After that, we have to choose the key environment. After that, value. Which value you want? So let's suppose I want test staging production. You can let's go with test one and click on save, and it will give that we are going to add this. Only addition are there, no removals are there. You can just confirm it. And once we add at the organization level, you can see it has been added to all the projects and my test folder also. So if we go to my first project and click on text, so we can see there is no direct text, but we have a inherited text. If we click on this hide inherited text, we can see we have a tag coming from above the hierarchy, like from the organization, and it has been pushed to our like project also. So suppose you don't want to use this tag. So what we can do, you want, so like this project is not part of test, but this project is part of a staging environment. So instead, and you don't want to use inherit this text, so you can click on this attach direct text. Click on this, it will be overwritten. We cannot remove inherited text, but we can overwrite. So we come here and choose a different value. So we can choose staging or production. So we can save like this. So let's save and confirm. So we are just overriding. So now our first project has been changed to staging. And suppose if you have a second project and this project is part for the production, not of the test environment, you can do the same thing, click on here, or you can go directly from here also if you want to apply direct text. So let's click on attach direct tag and we can go for production one and click on save. You can click confirm. So like this, we can attach tags. Now this is the organization level. We have created a tags. But if you want to create at the test level or the project level also, we can do that also. So this is my project, first project. So here also we have a option to create tags. Let's go here and so let's go and we can use a tag key like team, and inside team we can add values. So like team infra, and we can add more value inside like team infra, team DevOps like this, and click create tag key. So again this tag will not applied until we add come into manage resources, and we have to choose our first project, click on tags, and after that we have to select the scope. So this time is our current project and we will click on here. This is the team. Now again which team it is, you can create on according to you. So let's suppose it is for infra team, we can attach this, or you want to add more tags, you can add according to that. So one thing you have to make sure what is it is that we cannot add same key again like two times. So if I've selected team once, I cannot select team once again. So this is the main thing. It is also saying this key has already been bound to one or more selected resources. So only one resource have a one tag with the same key. I can add another key like key name can be different, but this same key name I cannot add again. So you have to make sure that only one time it is allowed. When we will click on save, confirm, now it is we have two tags. Now how to use this? Like this is a very basic thing. Like it is kind of you are adding tags and making uh, like use of it. So now let's go to compute engine and create a VM and see what tags are applied to it automatically. So I'm giving a name testing and let's use a small machine and click on create. We have not applied anything as of now. Text will be applied automatically. Created. Let's go inside this machine and see what text has been applied automatically. So if come down, we can see two tags are there: environment staging and team infra. So suppose you want to change a tag also at a resource level. So you can come here, click on this icon, pencil icon, and it will show all the tags which are applied. So it is showing some inherited tags. So if we click on this, inherited means it is automatically applied. So if you want to change this value to something else, so you can click on attach direct text once again, and you can change to like team DevOps instead of infra. So like this, you can change your text also and click on save. We will click on confirm, and it is changed now. Team DevOps environment staging. And if we create a new instance once again, so what will happen? It will the same only. And if you have resources which has been created previously and you have like introduced tags later on that resources tag will apply it automatically. So if let's go to my buckets, so which I have created previously, and if I click on this specific bucket and if I go to configuration part, you can see these tags are already there. So like if you have created resources, then also tags is applied. It is not only which sources, new resources which you create after creating that tags. It is for all which has created previously and which will be created in present or in future. So now do one thing. Let's try something extra. Let's go to IAM. I have a test user. So I will provide him some permission based on the tags and see how he able to access that resources. This is my test user. It has VF permission as of now. So we will provide him some permissions. So let's go here. First of all, I will provide him service account user role. I have provided service account user role so he can access that my VMs. And second, I will provide him compute instance admin so he can log in into my VM compute instance admin, and I will add a permission IAM condition, sorry, and we will give him only access to in like DevOps resources, and we will go inside here. We will choose a resource tag, and if tag has key, or we can choose value. We have two options. So if we provide key, it will apply to all the things like both the values, but we want to apply it on a specific value only if tag is that specific value. So for value path, we have to go back to our resources. Let's sorry, to our tag. So let's go to tags. So inside our team, I have to choose this DevOps, and I have to choose this value tag value path, which I have to provide here, tag value path, and I will click on save. So it is attaching this policy. So let's click on save. So our policy has been attached. So let's go to my test user. This is my test user. Let's refresh this page. You can see two VMs are there. So let's first go to testing 2 on which we have an infra tag. So let's see what options we have inside that. So we can see SSH is not, I'm not able to see. It is saying that you don't have permission to connect to this VM, and because it has a tag as infra and we have only permissions for uh, DevOps one. I am able to see this because I have a viewer permission which doesn't have any IAM condition applied to me. So let's go inside this testing one, and if we go here, we can see the SSH option is enabled for us. We can, if we click on it, we can even log in into the VM. But for the previous VM, we cannot log in. So like this, you can use tags to give IAM permissions on conditional basis. Like if resource as tag, so then he can access this resource. So this is a very useful thing. And you can also separate teams, like which team you want to give access based on the tags also. So I am able to log in, as you can see. Let's close it. Let's come back. Now I have to show you one more thing, how tags can be used with the constraints. So let's go to my service account option. So let's go to my default one. I'm in my admin account as of now, and if I click on keys and try to create a new key, and let's click create a new key, and it is a JSON key I want to create. So it is saying that service account key creation is disabled, so I cannot create a key as of now. But if at the organization level I have disabled it, so if I wanted some specific project can create, as this is a very like exception, so I can go to my uh, organization level, or I can go to, I can enable the permission on the organization level or the project level. But I want, let's go to organization policies first at the organization level. So what can I do? I can enable creation of these service account key at that with the help of tags. So I will first of all search it service account, and this is the disable service account key creation. I will go inside that, and I will click on manage policy. And now I have two options, whether I can like this is right now enforced. If I click on off, so all the projects can create it. That I don't want. I only want a specific project can create. So I can click add a rule, and I can add a condition for the condition can be like only allow first project, like this. And condition builder, I can use a tag, and tag has value. If the tag has value, so in the tag I can choose, like if my has a value, if my project has a value, and I can value choose from here, like staging I have applied as of now. So I can choose this option, tag value path staging, and I will provide it here, and click on save, and click on done, and set policy. So our policy has been created, and we give a exception. So if our project have a tag called staging, so it will be allowed to create the service account key. So even we can see we have a tag staging already applied to our first project. Now let's go to back to our first project, and let's click on create once again. Let's see. So now we can see public private key has been saved to our computer. So we have checked that like this. If you want to provide access as exception, we can do that. We can create policies, manage policy by clicking on it, and we can apply multi rules like how we want to allow and which we want to deny. Combine multiple policies also, like I'm sorry, multiple IAM conditions also. So if I go here and click on this and go back to our conditions, so instead of one condition we can add one more condition, and we have the option and or. And means both have to be true, and or means if even one will be true, then also this will apply it. So you can choose in the multiple things, expiring access, all that. Then you can create like multiple conditions how you want to provide a conditional access, but basically this is for specific tag one only. So that's why we have seen this. After that, if you want to delete your tags, first of all you have to remove this all the bindings, which is as of now we cannot delete until these bindings will be removed. So we have to make sure if you are deleting anything, these bindings will be removed. So if for removing these bindings, you can go to your again manage resources and remove from here. Once this is all removed, then only you can delete. Until a tag binding is there, we cannot remove. Even we can create tag hold also. And this is the command to create a tag hold. This is gcloud resource manager tags hold create. After that we have to provide that our value. So this is that if I want to create on that specific value, so I can go inside it, and this is the value path which I want that it cannot be deleted anytime. No one can delete it by mistake. I will come here and provide this, and the holder is the name for which I want to create. So let's click on enter. So this is has been created. This is the holder, this is the resource name, this is the name it has given to us. And now if I go back to try to delete this specific value, it will stop us from deleting. And I have deleted my VMs, so no one is is using this specific tag value. So if I click on this and click on confirm, so it is giving an error that we cannot delete this tag value because our tag hold found. Until we delete this tag hold, we cannot delete this value. So let's go back and delete our tag hold. So tag hold can be very helpful in these all things. So we will come back here and we will change from create to delete, and let's remove this option, and this is the name which we have provided to us. We will copy this and we'll paste it and click on enter, and it is now the response is true. Let's go back and click on retry. So we can see it is now has been deleted. And if you want to delete all the all the text, now suppose you don't want to use anything and you want to remove any text from your specific project level, you can come back here and in your manage sources, and you can just remove these values, and even I can remove this direct text also, and I can click on save. So this is removing my two texts. So now it has been removed. I can see now it has came with again come back to test one because this is my inherited text. Last time I have overwritten it. Now once I delete it, it will again over that inherit that default value. So like this I can remove this. Even if I want to remove this also, I will can come back here and click on delete and click on save. Now all the text has been removed, and from here I can remove this also. So this is only using the specific tag from that organization level only. So let's click on save and save. So now my all the text has been removed. Even if I go to my cloud bucket and try to refresh this page, these are all inherited tags. Until I remove from the project or from the manage resources tab, I cannot delete these all. So I can see all the text has been gone. Now if I come back into my organization level also and go to my tags option, now I can delete all the tags and value like this. So you have to make sure what you are doing. So I cannot delete directly this. If I try to delete directly my tag key, it will give me error. First of all I have to delete my key values. After that only I can delete all these things. So this is the procedure. This is a very basic demo. If you have any questions or you have any doubt, you can comment it down. I will try to figure it out and help you. Thank you.